Hey folks, welcome back to Bone Performance and Vintage Souls. You're back with your host Nick DeForster. Gotta apologize for the last video. Phone died. That's what happened. I went to come back and it was dead. So I had fought trying to get spark. Realized my mistake talking about the Mcculloch Super 80. Sorry about that, y'all. For those that are just joining in. Fought trying to get spark, realized my mistake, had the wires switched around. And then my kill wire wouldn't work, my kill switch. So I fought with it for probably an hour and a half and finally got it. Well, I knew I replaced the kill wire, still didn't work. So either our bushing that, or not bushing, but a little tab that's supposed to touch metal and ground it out isn't working, or the spot on our coil is bad. So, to correct my mistake from last time, which, sorry, I put, like I said, got a bunch done after that, after I figured it out. I went ahead and kind of put it mostly back together. So, you can see this wire right here on your bottom is what goes to your ignition, your electronic ignition. You can see it. You can see it down there underneath the flywheel, right there. This top is what goes to your kill switch, and then this wire goes to the bottom on this side, your ground for your coil. So to show that we have support now, grab this guy. Let's see. Oh. It's going to be that 13 millimeter, or no, 14 millimeter. Verify we have spark again. Put your decomp in. Hey! I think our kill wire's working. Either that, or what's it called, just stopped working. So yeah, I don't know if, well, y'all definitely can't see it now, but see if y'all can see that. Got spark. See if our kill wire work now. Come on. So it works in that position. What about that one? We got our kill wire figured out. I had to take some brake clean, spray it up underneath here, and I guess I had some oil or whatever else. But now it's working. Like I said, I replaced the kill wire, and it was still doing it. Finally got fed up, started putting the rest of the saw together, and that's how I left it. As I said, the battery done died. That's why I didn't get to see none of it. So now we know that works. Like I said, we'll verify one last time that it does not ground in the start position. Just want to double check. We'll do it right there. Come on. There we go. And that's some good blue spark. Alright, now we're in the off position. It is working good now. Guess it just needed a little bit more cleaning. I tried scraping it with a screwdriver, but it must have just a film over it where it wouldn't make contact. So that's great news. I thought I was going to have to put a kill switch on my starter housing. I wasn't about to try full with this again. It is very difficult to do it with it still on the saw. With your top cover connected to the saw, gas tank, whatever you want to call it. There we go. That's more than tight. Alright, we can put our flywheel cover back on. Yeah, I know this spark plug wire is super long. So we're just going to leave it like so. I think it came off at 1010 if I remember right. Turn it up one side. Put the starter cover back on. You got one 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, one on the front, 5, one on the bottom, 6. I only have, let's see, I think I have 5 of them, 5 of the 6. I have this one, that one, and these 3. I don't have the one on the bottom. It didn't come with the saw. Or, well, it did. It's in the parts somewhere, and I'll have to find it later. But it's not super dirty, not super clean. Like I said, this saw is going back into what's called, into not production, but it's going back in my rotation. Let's see. Pull your saw rope out a little bit, let it engage the dogs, and then you can put it on pretty easy. So there's that. The 3 long screws go up in here. This one's right there. Was looking at trying to trade a couple of these saws, a couple of my saws for a Supro 80 or 797, or sorry, Supro 125 or 797 or a 105, but I only had one guy comment back on Facebook, and he's wanting 4 saws for one 797, and oh no, sorry, 5 saws for one 797, and I'm just not going to do that. I'll wait. They'll pop up somewhere. They're not going to be around here because that big a saw in a Mac usually don't find around here, not even in North Alabama. By the time those saws came out, all our big wood had been cut, and we were, if you know anything about South, wood in the South in the 50s, 60s, 70s, we were pulpwooding by that point. There wasn't any big wood really left to cut. So most of the saws you find around here, if they are older, or you don't get above like 85 cc's. Really, you're looking at 60 to 82, like these Macs. You find them occasionally. They're usually in about this condition, ragged out, but you can find them. But them big saws like 797s, 125s, and the like, 105s, you don't find them around here. This guy, I think he was out of California, and he had like 3 797s and 3 125s. One of them was in a box. And I just don't see trading off 5 saws. He wanted my both my 850s, my 805, my P50, and my Homelite XB 1000. I don't see giving up that many saws for one saw. I would do 3, even if they are my bigger Macs. That's it. I like the styling of the Supro 80s better than the 800s, but that's just my personal preference. Sorry, this one's being a little bit of a pain to get in there. I don't want to cross thread it. Don't you want to cross thread there? Let me loosen these up real quick so I can get that one in place. That's one thing with these old Macs, is you gotta leave everything loose till you get them all started. Let's see if we can get this sucker into place. I don't want to cross thread it. Went ahead and rebuilt the carb off camera. I haven't installed it yet. Don't know worries about that. Oh, don't tell me I already cross threaded her. This one can be a pain to put in sometimes. There, a little wonky. Usually try to get it started as one of the first. I should have. this time. It's just acting a little wonky. Let me loosen up this top one back here. Ease up just a little bit more. That way we can get this one to line up. And that's got it lined up a little bit better. We'll see. Yep. Put a little locking tab in place before we get too far down in there. There you go. This one you can use a screw on. Screwdriver on. All of them up on the top you can. And again, lock it down. I typically don't put the locking tab on the fronts. Just not my style. Alright, let's finish tightening these back up. Then we'll go to, let's see, guess we'll do a fuel line install. I ain't shown how to do these on these saws. Should be able to. There's that. Let's see, got that one. This is top one up here. And I could have put this bolt in there, same bolt. But I like to put it up in this top. If I don't have it. Alright, so I pop this fuel line back out that one. It's easier when you got it. Let's see, I'll just snip it. Just trying to get this old nasty fuel line. It's rotted off on the tank side. You see how tough it is. We should just be able to push that into the tank. But somebody glued it off in there. There she goes. Get her to pop on out of there. There she goes. Throw that down in the trash. Now, there's two schools of thought I use, which I'll show you the part number again. This is a Joyway 1-piece 1/4 inch hose through barb fitting. There's the actual part number. I don't know if y'all see that. There you go. What I do, comes with 2 washers, nut, and a, one second, I'll grab this out of here. So 2 washers, this nut, here's your through barb. Always grab 1 washer. But technically, yes, you can put the through barb on the inside of the tank. It's just tougher to put your nut on the inside of the tank. I find it tougher to do it that way because you really need to get your gas line on it first, and when you put the gas line on it, you can't get your nut over it. If you try to put your gas line on after, it is a pain. But we'll try it on this one. Like I said, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Let's see, can we use that line? That should work. We'll grab a couple inches of it. Let's see, give it something like that. That'll be more than plenty. So there's a fuel line. Said it'll go on there. I think it's 3/16, because 4/16 would be in a quarter. I think it's 3/16. So let's try it. Let's see if we can get it on there. I've had to fight them on there before. Trying to go this way, usually go the other. But with these 82Cs, for some reason, the what's it called, just a touch different. Might have to use my, need my, what's it called here, my headlamp. Where's my long needle nose? I used it the other day, and there we go. Grab the long needle nose, put it on your washer, go down in your tank. You're gonna have to hold this up, slide it on, then you gotta let it go. Really should have brought my, I should have left the gas tank off of it, or the handle off of it. See if we can turn it up and let it slide. Nope. Come on. I don't know if she's gonna stay. And we got it to stay so far. Gotta push it down. It gets past your threads. But then you gotta put your nut on there. And nut's a lot harder if you want to do it this way. Typically I do it the other way, but sometimes you'll get it where it interferes. The longer part, the other part of the through barb will interfere with the carb. It'll have interference problems. Let's see, I should have grabbed my headlamp from inside, but I haven't. So, but you just have to work with it. Let's use some long needle nose if I'm doing it this way. So I may end up taking this, what's it called, back off, this handle, just so I can get a better angle on it. That's what I'll do. So let me pause y'all real quick and I'll bring you back. Promise I'll bring you back this time. Alright folks, we're back. I was able to tilt the barb up and let's call it that way. Tilt it up, use my needle nose at that angle with the handle off, and she went right in. That's what it's going to look like after. And if you want to, for added insurance, I would take this on here. I would take some Moto Seal, something of that sort. You'd be able to. Oh, it's gonna be a 3/8, I bet. Take some Moto Seal, put it on it. That helps. Let's see, and you sometimes get a wrench on it. I don't think this one's got enough angle on it. You can get it sometimes to line up for you. Oh, it's 3/8. Maybe it's a millimeter. I bet I don't have like a 11 millimeter up here. That's what I bet, or 10 millimeter. Nope. That's 7/16. That's my 10 millimeter. Yeah, 10 millimeters or 1. I don't think I have it up here anymore. It's 12. Try to, no, that's 3/8 as well. Ain't gonna do no good. Ain't want no good when you ain't got the right tools for the job, is it? No, it's 10 millimeter. Yep, 11 ain't gonna work. Gonna be too big for. I don't know if I have a 10 millimeter still up here. I think it's in my truck. There, I have way too many tools up here. Let me check down here real quick. My Veeps. I don't like using a line wrench on it. Seven. Got everything but a 10 millimeter up here. I tell you. I doubt we'll be able to get with that. We need to get with the open end. Yeah. It's gotta have some way to hold it. Maybe I'll get it with my finger. We'll see. Usually I can't. I have to get it as tight as I want to. Let's see. Won't work. Let me try one more. There goes my snuff. Try this 12 millimeter. May work for us. I'll have to get it at the right angle. This ain't good enough. There. I put some pressure on it with a 12. Get her. Yes, you can get the bushing. I just prefer these. That should be plenty tight. Just got good coverage all the way around. It may leak through the threads. If you need to, pull it back off. Put a little motor seal down in it. It should be good as gold. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that'll work. Now, you got the issue of trying to put fuel line on. That's what I was talking about, why it could be a real pain to do it this way. I guess I'm just a glutton for punishment. Turn her around. But like I said, it having less showing over here helps out a ton. And yeah, you can trim it down. I typically just don't. Background. I can see it with the light. I'll open this up just a touch. Just take pliers, go in it, open her up for a second. It is going to squish back down. No worries. Go in like that. Get her on there. Come on. Could lube it if I wanted to. Start working her down. Nope. Maybe we'll throw a little lubey in it. Which is, I had it here just a little while ago. Oh, sit back over here. Spray it down with a little lube. Just on the inside if you can. Ain't gonna hurt it. It's not gonna hurt your carb. Just don't use a whole lot of it. Let's try to get her now. Oh, we got it there. pushing her on. You get her seated all the way up to your nut. There you go. Now help keep your nut from coming back out. I gotta grab fuel filter. So I got some right here. I like these Walbros. I got a part number on those. Do not have a good part number on them. It's like a clone of a Walbro. You've seen them. This is a Dove filter. It's got a screen on the inside. It is rebuildable if you want to go that route. Squish her on down there and send her off in your tank. I said this one might be a little big, a little long. If anything, I can trim it down from here. Don't want her too big. You want her just to sit down in there. Yeah, we'll end up having to trim a little bit off this one. Cut this a little too long. Grab pliers. Trim it somewhere like right there. Hold it from coming back out or going back in the tank. Let's try that. And it should work. She's a little, what's it called? She's a little springy right now, but she'll fall to the bottom soon enough. Yeah, she's pretty flat off in there. There you go. Let's work it where it needs to go. Could have left that a little touch longer, but not much. So that'll work. It won't hurt nothing. Alright. Then you just grab a little bit more for your carb side. Give it something like that. Probably more than plenty. And just put it on your carb side. So that should be enough. It might be a little tight, but I've got plenty more of it. But I do have to get this old crappy gasket off, and it appears to be stuck good. So I'm gonna take my razor knife, just somewhere around here. There it is. I'm gonna start trimming this off. Trying to not get. You can take a piece of paper towel, sit down in there in the cylinder. That way, none of this will go down in it. Should have done this before. Put it back on, but I was just excited. Then when my phone died, I was just wanting to get it done. Because once the phone died, I was like, well, I ain't showing nothing new to y'all, so I can just rock and roll through this sucker. But we're back rolling now, so make sure you get it all the way off there. Still got some on there. Sometimes you can take a little bit of brake clean, touch it, and it'll come right off. There she goes. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting down to bare metal. Somewhere. Pull this back out. And off to the side. So it's really kind of aggravating with this choke rod here. This sucker's been on here for quite some time, so it might take me a minute to get it back off. That sucker's been on there for some time. Let me pause y'all while I get this off and we'll be right back. Alright folks, we're back. Finally got it cleaned out. Now, take a new gasket. Sorry, I know that got a little bit of a glare. We'll put y'all somewhere down in there. Take a new gasket. Y'all know me. I like to oil mine up or grease it up. You can use oil, doesn't matter. I just use grease, creates a good seal. So that's what I do. So just put a little grease on it, work it all the way around. Make sure it actually come back off next time as well. So I highly enjoy it, where these can actually come back off. Some folks I know like for them to stick down, but sometimes they'll stick to your carb and you'll have to replace it anyway. So that should be enough. Just make sure there's a little bit right there. So it ain't gotta be a whole lot. There we go. Now it's the fun part. We gotta do one, I gotta fix my throttle rod. Done popped out of here. There it goes. Now it's back in place. Gotta set this sucker down on there. And the grease helps keep it poked down there. Go. Stay like so. Just gotta make sure it doesn't stick to your fingers. That should work. We got to put these back in the carb. See, it goes. Trying to remember where our ledge goes. I think it goes up to the top. Oh, it's got a high-low mark on here, but can't see it. There it is. Alright, there's a low jet. Yep, it's like I thought. Low jet's right there. Low jet's pretty well always going to be on the bottom. High jet's going to be on the top. So we can get this guy started. Then we'll start on the high jet. Get it going. See that? I don't know if it's gotten started yet. We might just do the low jet some more. Let's try to get her high jet started. There she goes. Sometimes you gotta work that low jet a little bit further. You're high. Now just run it all the way down where she seats. And yes, if you want to put a 272 carb on these, you can as well. It should be fine for 82 cc's. You just have to plug that hole in the side of the box. She's locked off there. I think our high jet goes into it just a touch. There she is, locked off there. Okay. Now, grab your throttle rod, put your choke in. You gotta work your throttle rod on. I don't know why, but these always seem to give me issues, and I ain't quite figured it out. Sometimes I can get them right on, so usually it's trying to get them back off. There we go. I do believe. You gotta work around a few things. push that. Let's go back in. There we go. She'll fall right in place. Just grab carb hat so we can get it started. Hopefully if your gasket didn't move, should be in business. Believe that's it. Alright, see, here's my ratchet. Got that one snug down. Go back our other way. Snug it on down. Just work it back and forth. Get it nice and tight, but don't strip it. There we go. Yeah, I figured that one was gonna be close on it. Then you gotta put your choke rod back in. But you gotta push it forward and or pull your choke back out. Let's see if we can get it to close out right there. There you go. And you just put your little sleeve up. It should help keep it on. That's working well. Now we got a little bit of a gap here on our what's it called. You can take your screwdriver, press on the back side of that seal, or go in here and push it till it closes that gap up. There we go. No more gap. It's pretty good there. See if that's gonna be enough fuel line. No, we're gonna need a little bit longer piece, but I can save that for later. Now I know how long. Let's make it another ½ inch to an inch longer. Make it about right there. If it coils a little bit, it's not the end of the world. So I would like to put it up here on the top first. Gonna be a little bit of a bugger because it's carb hat. I said it's close anyways, but you can get it on there. Just gotta work it back and forth. Or you can take a screwdriver, or sorry, pliers. Grab the edges of it, work it in that way. While pushing. She'll go on there. She's tight, but it works. Come on. Ain't got much farther to go. About 3/4 of the way there. Should have lubed it up just a touch. It'll be close. That's got it pretty well all the way on. Then take your other end, turn it, loop it. But you can also put a spring in these, like out of a big pin, or you can pick one up just like a inch and a half spring. So you'll find it on the outside of some of the really old ones or on the inside of some. I found it both ways. This fuel line's getting tough. I've had it for a few years. Just bought a big bundle of it one time. Then you gotta work it on your carb. Might have to open her up just a little bit. Just she'll go over the head of it. And yeah, you can take a lighter, heat it up, get it to go that way, but sometimes you'll end up with an air leak. There we go. Cut her on there. Make sure we get her all the way kinks or nothing. Yeah, that's about as far as she's gonna go. Yeah, it should have plenty of fuel. Then you gotta do your throttle blade opening, idle screw. Go till it touches, starts to move the lever on your carb. So she's starting to turn right there. I go. So where are we at? Right there. So half, 1, 1.5. So what I typically do. Then go back to your jets. Go half, 1/4, half, 1, and I do like 3/4 on the high, just in case it's got an air leak. So other than the putting the handle back on, pretty well call this sucker done. There's our gasket. Or sorry, yeah, our filter. We can put our handle back on real quick, and that'll wrap this one up, fellas and fellettes. Oh, actually, I say that I gotta put our bar plate on the car, but I forgot to do that. Oops, putting it on the wrong way. Let's get her on there first. Get this guy started. Let's see. I think that's actually what I had on this guy a while ago. 7/16, yep. There, she tightened up a little bit. We'll go back, grab this guy, get it started. Now I'll go back and tighten it by hand. Let's see here. Sometimes you gotta work it one way or the other. See, it needs to come over just a touch. She's a little off. Somewhere right in there. That's just because it's got old AV mounts in it. There she goes. That should line this one up as well. Then you just tighten her on down. Oop, if I got it the right way. And these are notorious for cracking these bottom plates, so try not to drop these suckers or let it bang around in the back of the truck too much. And I'll see you what I'd honestly recommend is you can get a piece of rubber, like a thick piece of rubber, probably 1/4 inch or so, and you can bolt it to the bottom of this via, let's see, you can put one there, you can put one there. Now I'd probably put a bolt back here, and that'll save this from cracking in half a lot of the time. Found that to work quite well. So I can set this up now. Don't over tighten these either. You'll crack this retainer. You do not want to do that. You do not want to break it. That's about got it. Go back, take our 7/16, finish tightening this guy. It was pretty darn close anyways. There you go. And that's pretty much it. The crusher will come back up because I pulled the cylinder apart, so I broke the seal. Crusher will come back up once it starts breaking in again. They're old rings, it'll take them a little while. But that's pretty well it. There's a half wrapped Super Pro 80. That'll be back in service. May have an air leak, we'll just have to see. But we can handle that. I have a feeling if anywhere it's going to be out of our crank seals. I'm pretty confident in our intake gaskets and boot that is pretty well right. So if anything, it's going to be crank seals, and y'all seen we can do that. We can manage that. Not too shabby. Put our oil tank. Go. Now, hope y'all enjoyed this series. I'm sorry I wasn't able to show it to you all in one batch, but it happens. Like I said, I didn't realize how low my phone battery was, and it just died. So it be what it be, but y'all get one long video instead of two short ones. So I appreciate y'all keeping up with us. Appreciate y'all taking time to hang out with me for a little while we throw this Super Pro 80 back together. And if you like what you see and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. If you really liked what you see, hit that like button. But if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. We come out twice a week. And if you want to, hit that notification bell so you can see when we post. So hope y'all have a great rest of the evening, or whenever y'all watching this. Great evening, great day. And I will see y'all in the next one. Thanks, y'all.